Good afternoon, students. So, today we are going to discuss the case study in geography, that is cocoa cultivation in Ghana. So, cocoa, an important commercial crop of the equatorial region, is extensively planted in areas bordering the Gulf of Guinea in West Africa. This includes the countries of Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Togo, and Benin. The cocoa sector offers a livelihood to over 7 lakh farmers in the southern tropical belt of the country. Cocoa, the scientific name of the cocoa is Theobroma cacao, is a valuable crop and a major commodity among the agricultural commodity exports of the Ghanaian economy. Cocoa trees grow in a hot, rainy tropical areas and are harvested over several months. Immature cocoa pods have a variety of colors, but most often are green, red, or purple. As they mature, they tend to turn yellow or orange. Unlike most fruit trees, the cocoa pod grows directly from the trunk or a large branch of tree rather than from the end of the branch. A cocoa pod has a rough, leathery rind about 3 cm thick. So now let's come to the point, the history of cocoa production in Ghana. Cocoa or chocolate tree was introduced to the southern region of the Gold Coast by British commercial farmers from the eastern district of Akuapem and Korobo, where the production and trade of palm oil and rubber were the main economic activities. By the mid of 19th century, large number of farmers from both these areas moved west toward the adjacent Akiem to purchase mostly unused and unoccupied forest lands from the local chiefs. The land was bought for cocoa cultivation largely with the cash generated from palm oil cultivation and rubber trading. Cocoa cultivation began in Ghana in 1895, and by the end of the 19th century, Ghana started exporting cocoa. Today, Ghana alone accounts for about 11% of the world's total cocoa product. Let's discuss how cocoa processing, how it is processed. First step is harvesting ripe pods, then pod breaking, then bean sorting, sun drying, longitudinal cut testing, fermentation, buying at green organic watch store with the quality checks, then cocoa storage at warehouse, and at last then it is exported. So the first process is growing. Cocoa trees grows on a small farm in a tropical environments within the 15 to 20 degree latitudes from the equator. Cocoa is a delicate and sensitive crop, and farmers must protect the trees from wind, sun, pest, and diseases. With proper care, cocoa trees begin to yield pods at peak production levels by the 5th year, and they can continue at this level for 10 years. Second process is harvesting. Ripe pods may be found throughout the continuous growing season. However, most countries have 2 peak production harvests per year. Changes in the weather patterns can dramatically affect harvest times and yields, causing fluctuations from year to year. Farmers remove the pod from the trees using long-handled steel tools. Pods are collected and split open with a sturdy stick or a machete, and then beans inside are removed. A farmer can expect 20 to 50 beans per pod, depending on the variety of cocoa. Approximately 400 beans are required to make 1 pound of chocolate. Next process is fermenting and drying. Farmers pack the fresh beans into boxes or heap them into the piles covered with mats or banana leaves. The layer of pulp that naturally surrounds the beans heats up and ferments the beans. Fermentation lasts for 3 to 7 days, and it is a critical step that produces the familiar chocolate flavor. The beans then dry for several days in the sun or under solar dryers. Now the topic is, what are the products manufactured from cocoa? So many cocoa products are made from the premium Ghana cocoa beans. The beans are sorted, roasted, winnowed, and milled to produce cocoa liquor. The characteristics that make up the quality in cocoa include the size of beans, moisture, fat content, and fat quality. These determine the quality of cocoa butter and cocoa liquor, the 2 ingredients that add texture, aroma, color, and flavor to the chocolate. Quality is obtained through the appropriate fermentation of seeds, storage, and evacuation processes. Cocoa liquor is pressed to release the butter and to leave a residue of cocoa cake with 10 to 12% butter. The cocoa cake is kibbled and sold as kibbled cake or mild and sold as a cocoa powder. What is the meaning of kibbled here? Kibbled means grind or chop. So many products are there. First is cocoa liquor, then cocoa cake, cocoa butter, cocoa powder, then couverture chocolate also. These are the products which are manufactured by cocoa. Now the topic is cocoa production and economy. So chocolate is purchased all over the world, but 75% of the cocoa cultivated to make chocolate is produced in West African countries. Ghana is second in the world in the cocoa production after Ivory Coast and top cocoa producing countries in the world. Cocoa is the most important agricultural commodity produced by Ghana and the mainstay of its economy. Cocoa is Ghana's second leading foreign exchange earner, worth about 30% of all revenue from export and responsible for about 57% of overall agricultural export. So what are the conditions of the farmers, cocoa farmers in Ghana? The majority of farmers are small landholders, productivity levels are low, the average age of cocoa farmers is only 50 years. The overall majority of cocoa farmers are not formally organized into a cooperative or a union. Most cocoa farmers are unfortunately not bankable. Most often, business partners provide credit in kind to farmers group. Cocoa farmers are protected from price fluctuation and have access to stable markets. So what are the benefits from cocoa in Ghana? The Cadbury Cocoa Partnership, for example, is an investment program worth more $400 million over a 10-year period. It aims at transforming the lives and livelihoods of more than 500,000 cocoa farmers. Kuapa Kuku has over the years invested several million Ghana cedis into the construction of mobile clinics, boreholes and school buildings in some cocoa producing communities. Money from the cocoa sector has gone into the construction and maintenance of roads through the Cocoa Roads Improvement Project. Money from the crop has been used to build healthcare infrastructure in cocoa growing areas and even in places like Kumasi and the capital city of Accra. I hope this video will just give you an idea about, clear idea about this chapter, the cocoa production in Ghana. Already this chapter we have discussed in the classroom also. So that's all in the video. Thank you and have a good day.